What's up, Falcon fans? This is the recap video where we discuss what happened to the Atlanta Falcons. If you guys like this type of content, hit that like button. If you guys hate this type of content, hit that dislike button. It won't hurt your boy's feelings. Well, maybe it's a little bit. But if you want to do a huge favor for your boy by hitting that subscribe button, it will help out the empire grow. So on that note, let's dive into the video and talk about the good, the bad, and the Falcons. Let's start out with the good. I'll start out with our two biggest explosive plays when it comes to touchdowns. Heineke, great job in the run attack when it came to that rushing touchdowns. And then Tyler Algier for that receiving touchdown. One reception for 75 long. Fantastic job, outside with the offensive line and then getting full throttle into that to making sure he didn't get touched. Great job. And of course, the running game has been excellent. 134 total rushing yards, 24 carries. Fantastic job. Bijan Robinson did a pretty good job, when his name was called. 15 carries, a grand total of 75, and then average 5 yards per carry. Great job on that department. And the season is finally going to be over. My God, I can't believe I have to say that, but it's so true at this point. So now let's talk about the bad. Where to begin with all this madness? First of all, let's start with the scoring summary, because I feel like that's so important, just to refresh everybody's mindset. How many opportunities we just left out? We missed 2 field goals in the first quarter. Not a great job. We allowed them to score 3 touchdowns. We got a touchdown, and it was like before the second quarter happened, it was 21-7. Okay, so then they got the ball. Of course, they got a field goal, and then we got a field goal, and then they went on downs. They missed it, and then we got it. Interceptions really hurt us, and then they got a field goal. Then we got a touchdown eventually. Then that was 17-27, so we still had a fighting chance. 10 points differences, and then of course that's where everything flop when they got a field goal. Then we got 2 back-to-back interceptions when they got a touchdown. And so that kind of just showed you how the Falcons really don't care about winning this division. I mean, it's just that simple. Now, when it comes to total yards, we gave the Bears 432, compared to 307, 4 turnovers, and then, first downs only got 15, and they got 22. When it comes to third down efficiency, we had 13, but we only made 4 of those. And the total times of possessions was way larger than we would like to have. The Bears had 37 minutes and 14 seconds compared to 22 and 46 seconds. And then of course, just the players, they just balled out. It was just unbelievable. And the Bears haven't balled out since, I think, against the Raiders. I can't remember which week at top of my head, but they only balled out twice: against the Washington Commanders, where they scored over 40 points, and then against the Raiders. And so of course, this is the first time since the Vikings game we gave up more than 30 plus points. I mean, with all due respect for Arthur Smith and the Atlanta Falcons, this was not the game to get capped on. This was a very serious game and important game for the Atlanta Falcons to try to win this division and capitalize going to the playoffs. I don't see this happening at this point in juncture. And either point, if we did, why even bother? We're going to get mollywopped in the playoffs anyways and get total embarrassed. Okay, so what I want to break down is Justin Fields been having not been an excellent season so far. He's been usually averaging less or under 210 passing yards per game, 1 touchdown. But we gave him 268 total passing yards, no interceptions. He didn't turn the ball over at all. Great job in the pocket, outside the pocket. He ran very well, with 11 carries for 45 total rushing yards and 1 touchdown. And that kind of showed you how the whole gameplay was going to be. We just didn't take them seriously enough. And then, of course, I knew, the Chicago Bears were ranked number 1 in total rushing yards if you didn't see my preview video. So I knew they were going to get at least 150 total rushing yards. But I didn't expect them to almost get over 200 rushing yards. They got 192 total rushing yards on 37 carries. That was crazy. And they got 3 rushing touchdowns. 2 running backs. That's the first time the Atlanta Falcons ever allowed so far this season. So that's been broken with our record there. So when it comes to the receiving core, I stated in my preview video, the only dangerous weapon they have is DJ Moore. And we all remember him from the days of the Carolina Panthers, where he just balled out against the Atlanta Falcons. Unfortunately, he did the exact same thing. Oh my God, 13 targets for 9 receptions for a grand total of 159 total receiving yards and 1 touchdown. And guess what? He just hit the nail of the coffin. I just can't believe that we allowed this man to do us dirty like that. I remember the first time he caught a reception, it was 50 yards bomb for a touchdown over there with them. And the last time he balled out was against the Washington Commanders. Was it like week 5 where he balled out with 8 receptions for 230 total receiving yards and 3 total touchdowns? And the last time he balled out was against the Minnesota Vikings with 114 receiving yards. So until the Commanders game was over, until now, the first time, what in like, hold on, I'm trying to count in my head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then the 10th game. So out of those 10 games, one time he balled out against the Vikings. But outside of that, he's been getting less than 70 receiving yards. Until today, where he decided that he's going to be the boss and decide to moss all of us. That's embarrassing. That just shows you how lazy this game plan was against DJ Moore. How dare you, Atlanta Falcons, for thinking that DJ Moore wasn't special. Maybe you guys thought he was special. Who do I the hell know? But, oh, come on. You let DJ Moore to go ham, and you know how good he is against us? That's just some Tampa crapper era that just pisses me off. I can't believe you allowed DJ Moore. Oh my God, you allowed one of the best wide receivers to cream you when it comes to the Atlanta Falcons. Sorry, I just had to go on a tight end because what else makes it annoying? Because their tight end Cole Kmet did not play at all, and so they didn't really have anybody else to throw to properly. Besides those 2 big plays from Johnson and Toyeno, whatever his name is, Robert, you know, I mean, oh, come on. Like, that just pisses me off. Okay, fine. I guess Johnsonville did fumble once, but he didn't lose it or something like that. I just want to... and then this defense. I want to make this very clear. I told you guys in my preview videos that their secondary is top 5 in the rankings. So I knew they were going to be really good shutting down our receiving core. Because besides Drake London, we have nobody else. You know, Van Jefferson... And, you know, Kyle Pitts, he got shut down completely. 5 targets for 1 reception for 5 yards. You know, Kadarius Hodge, I mean, didn't do that much. You know, Jonnu Smith, I mean, everybody got shut down. And this Bears secondary, now, their pass rush is kind of whack. I'm not going to lie about that. But their secondary was true. I mean... Oh my God, the interceptions were crazy. The play calling with those interceptions were some of those stupid ass play calls. Like, of course they're gonna get intercepted because there were like so many people in one coverage schemes. Oh my God, the coverage schemes. I told you, Gordon. I told you Gordon was a beast. Didn't I tell you guys Gordon was a beast? And I told you that their secondaries are also good as well. And then, of course, Koo missed it. Oh, twice in the first quarter. Or it felt like in the first quarter at that point. It probably was in the first quarter. I can't quite remember because this game was so pathetic. It was so hard to watch. And for all the Falcon fans who were happy and proud that we beat the Colts, you know, come up here and just lay an egg. It's just, come on. Like, of course, that's what Falcons would do. They will, you know, they will keep you pumping, you know, dreaming. Look, I don't want to be a negative guy, but apparently it's going to be like this the whole entire time. But I kind of gave up on this team after we lost to the Tennessee Titans. I said, okay, I don't trust this team to make it to the playoffs and even win a playoff. And then, of course, you lose to the Vikings and Cardinals. Yeah, that definitely say we're not going to. And then, of course, you beat the Jets. And then, of course, you beat the Colts. Oh, this team really is, you know, we show love, we appreciate this team, you know, and then it just rip you off, whip your heart out, your Falcon blood go all over the floor. I don't know, I'm sorry, I'm just rambling at this point, but it's frustrating to know that you have, everything is critically on the line for Arthur Smith. And, you know, I think he said something in a statement that said, oh, congratulations, they deserve this win. What? Are you telling me for a head coach you say you want them to win? No, you want your team to win. You want to win. You try to do everything in the playbook to keep your job. But, of course, you know, there has been reports that, you know, Arthur Blank is saying that, no, he's going to be here for next year. Why? Why do we want this head coach? Why can't we do like the other teams where they acknowledge their mistakes, they fire their head coaches, and try to start anew? I get it. You know, starting from scratch is a pain in the ass. I get it. But do we really want to have a 7 and maybe 10 record 3 times in a row? We are wasting potential on all these players. I'm sorry. I don't want to scream and yell, but it's frustrating to know that this team has so much talent, and if they were on a different squad with different coaching, this probably wouldn't be a 7-9 team right now. You know, we'd probably be a 10+ team, maybe 5 losses at best. But this was an easy schedule. Yes, on paper. I know, people might say, there's no such thing as an easy game. I call bull crap on that. There's such thing as easy games, and you don't take the advantage. Like always, Arthur Smith, he probably didn't care if he lost his game. That's what it feels like to me when he said that statement. Oh, they deserve to win. No, you say we should deserve to win this game. Maybe you didn't do it, but I'm just saying, like, don't get credit for them to you say they win this game, because this game was so important to you. This game meant something for us, not for them. Well, maybe actually, I don't know. They're 7-9, right? So they may get to sneak into the playoffs. I don't know. But regardless, this game should have been dealt with more proper and care and strategizing, regardless of the snow. I'm sick. I'm sick and tired. So now let's talk about the Falcons and the Bears. I'm going to say the same thing that Arthur Smith said. Congratulations to the Chicago Bears, because they clearly wanted to win this game, unlike us. And what makes this even worse now, because the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are both 8-8. So in reality, even if we do beat the Saints, it doesn't matter, because the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they just need to beat the Carolina Panthers to win this division to make that 9-8. So who really cares if the Falcons win or lose this game next week? Because I guarantee you, Arthur Smith probably don't care. So what's the point? So on that note, if you guys lasted this long to the very end of the video, thank you so much for taking your own personal time and day to watch these Falcon content videos. Here's more on the screen if you guys are interested in. So what do Falcons do? Not rise up. Until the next episode, show love and peace to the world, and peace.